YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We got another video here by Chibi Reviews. This video is called Crunchyroll was forced to respond after major backlash. As you guys know, Crunchyroll has been in a lot of controversy. So what happened was Crunchyroll was kind of in hot water for like their subtitles. Their subtitles were kind of a bit lazy and a bit cringy. Like a lot of people were realizing that, yo, our subtitles are freaking weird. Like they were out of place, out of order, because apparently the people that were doing the subtitles are now using a new system, a new program, a new app. I don't know what it is, if it's an app, website, program, whatever the fuck it is. So they were forced to use that program and they're actually struggling to kind of like put things in the right place. But yeah, let's see what Crunchyroll said. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, let's jump into the video.
Crunchyroll was forced to respond after the controversy they'd put themselves into 10 days ago. For those that are completely unaware of what Crunchyroll did or has not been paying attention to it because there's just a lot that's been going on, basically about 10 days ago, there was a post made on r/anime and various other places on the internet where people were talking about the sudden downgrade of Crunchyroll subtitles and typesetting, and to show a brief comparison to what we have now to what we used to have. Let me show you. So this was what the anime season, this new anime season started with the subtitles. And at first glance, it's like, okay, it's just subtitles. But then you look at like the original subtitles, you can see that the subtitles were a lot more bold, easier to see and read. It looked a lot better, and it didn't blend as badly with the background because it's very hard to read these subtitles.
It easily blends.
Titles, especially depending on what's going on screen. But it doesn't just stop there. There was a noticeable lack of typesetting and translation. For instance, like this is like a conversation in Japanese, and Crunchyroll just didn't even like translate it. They only translate maybe the first or last part of it, and they don't translate anything in the middle, and people were getting legitimately upset because important info was completely being missed in these new episodes, and it caused a lot of stir, a lot of controversy, and it blew up on social media. And this in turn caused a lot of content creators such as myself and content creators that even actively work with Crunchyroll to start calling them out for this.
I actually did react to a video by Mother's Basement. He did speak about it. Links will be in the description.
The noticeable downgrade of subtitles and their potential or alleged leak that they changed their software subtitle system to another software subtitling system that is more streamlined or mainstream, equivalent to what Netflix currently uses. More on that in a moment. But the point is that Crunchyroll caused a lot of people to be upset because it wasn't no longer just something that was like isolated to one specific series.
It was
because
everything.
For those that are unaware of this or has been aware, Crunchyroll is very well known. There's a history, a pattern, so to speak, to where they will mess up an episode release. Either the subtitles are delayed for a few hours and the episode's out on their site, or the subtitles are completely inaccurate, or they'll release an episode with subtitles that are from a completely different anime, and it will be like that for like an entire day. It is really terrible. They have had poor quality control for a very long time. I have made multiple videos talking about this.
And that's why, like, I was just recently watching a video about people speaking about like anime in 2025. Like, are we reaching the peak? No, I feel like we still got a long way to go, because like this industry, man, it's so weird. You know, always anime industry, we're plagued with two things. Two things is wrong with this industry. Number one, of course, the biggest one, it's time. We don't have enough time to produce these shows. And even if we can solve everything, the first problem of, okay, cool, we have time, we have all of those things, we have money, the show has money, the show has everything right for it. Number two is mismanagement. Those are the only two things that kill our industry. Mismanagement of funds, mismanagement of episodes. That's the only two things. And that's the things which make me like, yo, if we can figure out how to properly use our time on, if they can figure out how to properly use their time on making an episode and have proper management, people that know the direction, do what they're doing, all of those things, then yeah, we'd have a great industry. But even though you can conquer these two, doesn't mean you'll have a great show. That's unfortunately how business works.
I talked about this one, like for instance, ReZero.
Reason why I'm saying even though you can have these two and it still won't work. Think about I don't know if it was last season or the last of last season. There was a show called Lazarus. Let me show you. So this is a show called Lazarus, right? This show, I don't know if you guys have seen it last season. So this show had everything going for it. Everything. It had the best animation, it had the best directors, it had the best everything. But it's still like a lot of people don't ever, I've never heard anybody speak about this. I've maybe seen maybe 1 or 2 3 TikToks about it, and I've never seen it again. So that's how it is. Unfortunately, the industry is kind of like that, you know. You can have everything going for it, but still, you know,
was airing, just how poor quality some of their subtitles were. But the point is that Crunchyroll, their issues with subtitles and typesetting seems to have been more of a widespread thing recently, and it became so bad that it no longer could necessarily be ignored because it was affecting fundamentally every series that they were releasing for this anime season. And then that's not even including, like, for instance, the entire delay of multiple different anime that aired for this season. My Hero Academia's final season's first episode is a very good example at that. For instance, the episode aired early in the morning, and within like an hour, the episode was out on pirate sites, but on Crunchyroll site, they did not have it literally until, like, pretty much working till the next day or later that very same day. Well,
I think that's the what's keep the blood of our industry. The I don't know what to call it, like the devil in our industry that keeps on, like, you know, pirating, you know, any industry, the plague, yeah, the dark plague of our industry. But this plague is good, man. I mean, you know, pirating, of course, you know, it's not a media. We have a lot of anime, right? So the problem is it's a service issue. We have to subscribe to too many freaking subscriptions, and these companies, like different streaming platforms for us to watch anime legally is very difficult and expensive. So that's why we all pirate, because even when we're growing up, we're so used to the whole meta of pirating. So now you can't easily just get Crunchyroll. The problem is with somebody, especially like me, I'm not now getting into anime. I've watched like all the shows. So sometimes I would want to watch a show from 2005 or a show from 2010 or 2016. Besides the new stuff we'll see. Like sometimes I want to go back. That's my thing. You know, I was probably watching. I never watched Samurai Champloo. I watched it. Haganai. I've never watched Haganai, you know, so I watched it. And plus my niche, I like watching rom-coms, romantic comedies or romantic dramas or something which is drama. And I love the high school animes. So it's very difficult for me to like watch the new stuff, especially on Crunchyroll.
It was out on pirate sites to read with subtitles and everything within the hour of it airing. You could see the problem there fundamentally, like people paying for a service that's just not even functioning. That's not even getting into, like I said, the subtitles, the translations, the typesetting, anything else in between. That was just an inherent problem. So we get into how they were forced to respond. So this is an article that came out yesterday, and let's just get into this. Let's read this and see what Crunchyroll had to say for the colossal failure that they did at the beginning of the season.
Let's see.
So Crunchyroll cites eternal system problems regarding subtitles for fall 2025 anime.
Before he even reads it, my suspicion on what happened was, you know, changing softwares is a big problem, especially when it comes to like anime industry, movie industry, any type of industry. When you kind of use one kind of platform and then you have to switch, oh my god, it must be very problematic. And at the same time, Crunchyroll loves their penny pushers, so they love to cut budgets a lot. They love cutting budgets, so I think they will get the cheapest person to do the cheapest job to do the, you know, they're penny pushers. So that's also another problem. It's either that, you know, one or the other. But let's hear the actual problem.
Some of Crunchyroll subtitles for new anime from the fall 2025 season have changed in terms of typesetting, font, size. Continuing anime do not appear to be affected. ANN reached out to Crunchyroll regarding the subtitles, and a spokesperson responded with the following statement, aka the PR team of Crunchyroll. Wild, because Crunchyroll usually doesn't do PR. They don't usually
always
talk.
Quiet. That's the one thing about Crunchyroll. They don't talk. You will never hear anything from them.
So it's crazy they even have a PR manager or team when they're always radio silent when there is any problems whatsoever.
Oh, very
but anyways,
radio
let's continue.
silent.
This is what Crunchyroll said. Over the past few days, some users experienced delays in accessing the content they wanted and subtitle issues across certain series. These were caused by internal system problems, not by any change in how we create subtitles, use of new vendors, or AI.
Cap. They know what's the problem. They just don't want to say it.
Those internal issues have now been fully resolved. Quality subtitles are a core part of what makes watching anime on Crunchyroll so special. They connect global fans to the heart of every story, and we take that responsibility seriously. Thank you for your patience. We've committed to continuing to deliver the authentic quality and care that fans deserve. Even though they don't want to hear what fans have to say by turning off comments.
They don't care. Again, bro, like, you know, I don't know, bro. Like, they know Sony. You know, Sony, bro, is a weird industry, you know. Like, they know they won. They got everything, so they don't care. As long as they get our money, they don't care.
And not being able to really talk anymore about episodes, yeah, they definitely care about their fans or what to hear what you have to say.
Don't.
But anyways, this is what the article continues to say. Many people on social media had speculated in the last week that Crunchyroll had switched from AG sub to Israel-based OONNA for subtitles starting with the fall 2025 anime season. ANNA asked Crunchyroll about whether the company previously used Aegis Sub switched to OONA, but the company only gave ANN the above statement from a company spokesperson. It did not comment on what subtitle program it has used in the past or is currently using.
Like, as if that's gonna change anything. That's actually really good information, which we would actually really like to know. Because at the same time, it's not like, bro, I don't know why these people like doing that. You know, business people, secrets, but it's not even that deep. You know,
we recently announced the title.
Like, we can easily figure it out that, oh, they're using this program to jump to this. Like, we can easily figure it out. Like,
and yada yada yada. This is just, you know, old stuff. So let's get into Crunchyroll's statement and what they straight up tell everybody to know. They say directly that it was internal system problems.
What is that? This corporate speak, bro. Like, literally, bro. Like, internal system problems. What does that mean? Like, literally, what does that mean? Like, what does that even mean, bro?
Is PR speak, obviously.
Yeah,
it's so much PR
corporate,
speak.
Yeah.
It's so vague. You can't even get an idea of exactly what happened because of just the wording itself. You can clearly see whoever wrote this up is very good with PR. It's corporate speak that doesn't want to tell you actually what happened.
Nah, bro. PR speak is very easily. It's not even anything good. It's very easy to do PR speak. Just beat around the bush, you know, euphemisms.
But anyways, they also comment that there was not any change in how they create subtitles.
Cap, like Crunchyroll love doing that, bro. The tapestry there is a huge change. Big
use
change.
of new vendors or AI. Those internal issues have now been fully resolved, which I would have to check every single episode that aired for this season and go back and check just to see if this is true or not. But the point of the matter is they directly deny the allegation of changing their software from Aegis Sub to the Israel-based OONA for subtitles. Now, they also deny new vendors or AI. So they pretty much say, no, they did not change their software, no, they did not use AI, and no, they did not have new vendors give them subtitles or anything like that.
So now are we stupid? Like, Crunchyroll thinks we're all idiots. Literally, like, they think we're all stupid people. We're just gonna see what they said and we're just gonna believe them. We know what happened. Like, that's the one thing, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, like, bro, if that ONN is again, like, you know, my whole this is a whole other conversation, because again, it's like, it's a what do we call it? This is a subscription based service, the ONNA, versus the other one where it was open source software. But anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. If it's better for Crunchyroll to align themselves with the ONNA, that's fine. But at least give the employees time for them to train, for them to understand how to use the software. Don't just throw them inside the deep end. I feel like, you know, that's one thing about Crunchyroll. Penny pushers, bro. These guys are penny pushers. They will cut budgets. They will do anything in order so that they can get the money. That's why I hate the service so much, you know. But anyways, it's the only one that is the best out there. So, thank God Netflix is now introducing anime. That's really helped and benefited the industry. But, it's how it is.
So the question is, what happened? That is the big question. And here's something that actually this article does point out. Crunchyroll laid off a number of employees in August of this year. In addition, some
penny pushers. I told you, they'll cut budgets, cut everything.
Employees expanded their scope, and others got new role assignments. Crunchyroll has also revealed plans to build engineering hubs in the United States, Mexico, and India to spark innovation and fuel transformation. So I think the beginning of this is very important. They laid off a bunch of employees in August. It is currently October. The new anime season began this October 1st, 2025. And there has been some issues here and there that happened, like back in July, there were some issues with subtitles and stuff that was done by ChatGPT. You might remember that. I think in general, is this an issue with maybe them laying off employees and this caused a subtitle eternal issue?
No.
Potentially.
However,
yes, I do think that Crunchyroll being very vague about the internal system problems makes me believe that they're outright lying about changing their systems from something like Aegis-Sub to the Israel-based...
Bro, it makes you think, of course they are lying. Come on. The writing's on the wall.
Subtitle system. I really do think that they're probably lying about that. I mean, this is a company, like I said, that silences people. They don't want to hear what you have to say. They have been caught lying in the past for many different things. I mean, they were opening up literally fan mail for people in the past, doing a lot of stuff that's just questionable or messed up. So when you take a hard look at this, I don't believe this for a second. I do believe that maybe there was internal system problems, but I don't believe that...
Yeah, of course, there were definitely internal system problems. I mean...
this is all true. I think that there's just a lot of lies. They're trying to shrug it off, because obviously if they admitted they changed their software after firing a bunch of people, and then you accompany it with a system that has AI a part of its tools and tasks, it's just going to give them a lot of heat. And I don't think Crunchyroll really wants that.
I think they're also just looking at their stocks and all of that. Dude, no. I swear to God, Crunchyroll, there's always something new, bro. Every single day, there's always something new about Crunchyroll.
So why would a company want to admit that they are using software that would be considered controversial on social media? Obviously, I don't give a crap what software they use. I'm going to be completely blunt. All I truly care about is if the subtitles and typesetting is good. That's that. I'm just gonna keep it real. I
don't also give a shit about what software they're using, as long as if it makes the anime better. But at the same time, train your employees so that they know how to use the software. Don't now force and push your employees so that they can easily. They must move. Train your employees. Do it in the right way. That's all I'm arguing. They must do it the right way.
That might be a hot take. People might be upset for me saying that, not caring if it's Israel-based or not. But I think all I care about as someone that watches anime, that goes to a site to watch anime, if I had to, is I want the subtitles to be good. I want them to be accurate. I don't want, like, propaganda or anything put in them. I just want it to be a straight-up translation from the manga or from what the Japanese are saying. That's what I want. That's all I want, and I want it to be readable, obviously. And so when you...
Literally, 2025, all we're asking for is good subtitles. What has this year come to?
Downgrade your translations, your subtitles, your typesetting. Fundamentally, you're hurting the entire product, because at the end of the day, one of the big reasons why people even use Crunchyroll or buy their service is to be able to watch anime with English subtitles. And if they can't do their job right, what's the point in using Crunchyroll? That's literally their main job. So you can get the idea of why this is such a bad thing. And it also makes sense why they wouldn't want to admit this, because obviously if they admit it, it's a lot of bad press, a lot of bad PR. But I do think in general they probably did change their software, because it makes a lot of sense. I mean, if a bunch of other companies like Netflix, for instance, and Disney are using the OONA for like subtitling, it makes sense Crunchyroll.
Yeah, to use it. If they're using it, use it too. I mean, like, it makes sense. I agree with that, honestly. But train your employees. Like, honestly, train your employees, get the right people. But of course, Crunchyroll, penny pushers, guys. They're not fucking around. They will cut you budgets. They'll be sleazy everywhere. They'll do the business, so that it benefits the CEOs and the people that are invested. That's how it is.
With how mainstream anime has gotten, how anime is kind of shared with Netflix sometimes or Disney, it makes sense that Crunchyroll probably use the same software to make it easier to distribute the episodes between each other's services. That's my educated guess. Now, once again, this could be also, maybe it was a rogue employee doing something really bad.
No. No.
And it caused a lot of issues. Who really knows? Will we ever get the true story?
No.
Probably not. But the point of the matter is Crunchyroll is known liars. They have lied in the past many times. So, do I believe this? No. I don't. But, yeah. So, Crunchyroll actually can respond.
Okay, so that's it. That's the video. Yeah, Crunchyroll, man. Forever drama. These guys, I swear to God, they're gonna give us a headache. Like, imagine they're the biggest anime network that we have. This is it. So it's kind of a bit annoying, bro, that it's only Crunchyroll. I just wish, Netflix just takes over this industry. Because Netflix just needs to do two things. They must get Dragon Ball, everything from Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball GT, everything to Dragon Ball. They must just get everything. Get all the licenses to that one show. And then after Dragon Ball, they get Naruto. Done. They'll own the industry. Just put it there for a year, and then you get other shows. Then you get the other unique niche shows. But you start with those two, they'll kill the industry 10-0. I swear to God. I promise you guys that. Anyways, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.